drop. We're
Yes.
going for the stop hands, the lows.
Yes, on the lows, yes.
Okay. But
Then
how long will that drop last, do you think?
I'm not quite sure. What I have to do is now I just need to analyze the dollar index. So to know the direction.
And how low will they go?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to highlight that during our meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now remember we spoke about this, I think it was on Sunday, if not mistaken.
Yeah.
On Sunday, I said the dollar index was going to drop. We collect a few pips out of it. So now I just need to measure the distance from the high to the low using my fips, just to measure as to how far will the dollar index push from here.
Okay.
Yeah. So our next move, I think the dollar index will come to this level. It will be much more safer for us to sell from here. So I believe everyone is seeing my screen, right?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So from here, at least I'm anticipating this. At least a slight rise to the upside, just to run the stops. Then thereafter, it's going to be a continuation to the downside.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it happens that it doesn't come to our OTE, of which is optimal trade entry, I'm thinking possibly they can come for this area, the retracement area, if they won't come for this level. Let me just highlight it. So obviously now I know what's going to happen during NFP. I've already known or seen this move before it unfolds. This is where they're going to be coming for. Because obviously every after impulse moves comes a correction. All right. So, but then just to be safe, just to be on the safe side, let's just rather wait for price to retrace back up, then we can continue selling the dollar-based pairs. So, okay, now since obviously if it happens that the dollar index is going to rise on Friday, that means the euro US dollar, the euro against the dollar should at least shoot down. We need some retracement. They wouldn't just give us an impulse move without a correction. Hence why, as you guys can see here from this low, from last Friday's low to this Wednesday's high, if I have to measure this move, if you want to be buying this pair, the euro against the dollar, I would best advise you to at least wait until price comes to this area. I don't know if you guys can see the price levels, the OT and the sweet spot.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't see the need for them to continue pushing price even further up or higher, because at least for every impulse comes a what? A correction. So obviously what these guys are doing, they've already gave us the high of the week. Obviously they still need to retrace back down, giving us at least probably a low of the week, then a continuation to the upside. Because already have this Monday's low that we had here. I don't think they'll come and take it out because it's already, they've got trades running from here. And obviously if they want to have to push the price further down, they will have to release these traders, then continue to the upside. But I don't think that's their intention, having to release all the top traders, because remember, we got guys like banks and hedge funds who already went short there. Everyone that's using like a trend following system is probably stuck, or they've been taken out of the trades. Their stops have been raided. So there's no more liquidity to the downside. So obviously, if I have to minimize this, well, obviously we don't use the indicators to trade, but you use them as a confirmation. I also don't trade using indicators, but I just put them here just to make the work easier for me. The next target that we're going to be coming for, it's 1.14562. But I'm anticipating to see price at least reaching for this level. The symmetrical price point. I mean, looking at the TDI, it's visible enough to show us that the price has been overbought. It's extremely overbought. Also have a shark fin, one leg out, one leg in, blood on water. Obviously, the next move is going to be to the downside. So this coming Friday, what I'm anticipating to do, probably I might scalp the euro against the dollar. As you guys know, I'm a trader who trades only correlating pairs. How's my mic? Can you guys hear
Say that
me?
again, please.
Can you guys hear me?
Say that one more time.
No, I'm saying, as you guys know, I'm only trading correlating pairs. So now I've already analyzed the dollar index. Obviously, if the dollar index pushes up, then the euro against the dollar is to push down. So now I know the direction of the dollar. Then obviously now I've already analyzed the euro against the dollar. If I'm going to be selling the euro against the dollar, I'm going to have to be buying the dollar against the franc Swiss. USD CHF. How's my mic? How's my voice? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. So should I continue?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So obviously there's no more money to the upside. They still need to come back down. If I can zoom in here, already they pushed the price into the stop hand box, the gray box. First leg is outside. Tomorrow they might probably issue a second leg, then a continuation to the downside, back into a.
Yeah, I wanted to put that, like, maybe they're going up for the second leg.
Yeah, they're only going to push it up, but not so much. Even the ADR, they've reached, they missed the average daily range high just with a pipette, with just a crosshair. It's just less than a pip, I'm sure. If I can have to measure this area, the high to the average daily range high, let me see. It's just a pipette. It's a crosshair.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, about 3 pips max. Check. So obviously, hence what I'm saying now. Tomorrow, maybe I might not trade, but on Friday, what I'm anticipating to see price does is I want to see them at least coming for this level. Because this is an impulse, comes a correction, then another impulse again. So those of you guys who are trading patterns, chart patterns, obviously, as you guys know, we have like a bullish flag. This is just a pole, the flag, then another pole again to the upside. So I've already analyzed the euro against the dollar, of which it's pretty much obvious that obviously what happens on the euro, this is just a mirror image of what's happening on the other side. So already these guys, from this high, we've got the first leg, the low, second leg, which was the high of the week of Thursday, last week's Thursday. They broke it. Then thereafter, they just quickly shifted the price away from it. So what I'm thinking here, as you guys can see, I've already analyzed the euro against the dollar. Like I said, if the euro is going to be going up, the euro against the dollar is going to be going down, then that means USD CHF is going to have to push up to this level. If you want to be on the safe side of the trade, rather execute your trade around these areas. Either our sweet spot or optimal trade entry level. So if you guys want to be, probably write it down, or maybe want to set pending orders, you're more than welcome to do so. Are we together, guys?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Going forward, obviously, if the euro against the dollar is going to be going short, same as the pound against the dollar should also shoot down. Probably, sorry, no, not up, but down. Obviously, what's happening on the euro against the dollar is it's more or less the same thing that's happening on the pound
The
against
Euro
the
USD.
dollar. Yeah, Euro USD and GBP USD. So obviously, this is a level that I'm looking for. I'm looking at. So if you want to be taking, if you want to be buying, it'll be much more safer for you to buy from here. Then you can just
So
hold
all these three go against the dollar index.
I can say they just do the opposite. When the dollar index goes down,
The
they don't like
opposite.
to push up. When the dollar pushes up, the ones that I've already mentioned are going to be pushing down. They're just
All
an
right, no,
element
but
of
makes
the
sense.
dollar index, yes.
Okay.
So obviously the next move that they want to be coming for is this one here. Probably from here, they might probably give a high to entice those who are saying the trend is your friend until it bends. Unfortunately, that's not how we trade. We don't trade from the information that we've received from the internet, but from a trader who is like a qualified and has been trading like for over 20 years now. Because I don't only use one strategy, I use the BTMM and the ICT strategy. So obviously, the next move from here, if you're going to be buying the pound against the dollar, at least your take profit should be at least at this level, max. You should be out of the trade when the price reaches this area. Just waiting for it. Yeah, here we go. So if you probably want to be taking down where to take your entries, you're more than welcome to do so. So with the currencies, it's quite more easy. If now you know the direction of the dollar, even USD, if the pound against the dollar is going to be shooting down, then that means USD is going to be shooting up during NFP, non-farm payroll. This is quite easy. Well, it's just like a walk in a park for me. This is where they're going to be coming for. Around these areas, between these two levels, either the bottom one or the one above. Then the next move, you should see straight down. So obviously, then I'm sure you guys now know the direction of how the dollar is going to behave. I think we should just jump straight into the indices now. Yes, these are, I milked this one for the whole week. The dollars are going to be pushing up. USD, if it's on the right, it's on the left-hand side, it's definitely going straight up. From here, we're coming for this level or one below. But definitely, if you want to be on the safe side of the trade, you can start selling from here. Let me see how many pips is there. Over 534 pips. So now moving over to US 30 indices. Okay, I think they've already drove the price straight up. The price is extremely overbought. The next move obviously is going to be to the downside. Let me see, let me just measure where we can at least anticipate to buy this one. This one, normally I'm looking for trades around the retracement area and the sweet spot. But I only want to take trades when it wicks off like this, a false move. This usually happens around, if the US equity opens, it's at 4 p.m. South African time, GMT +2, I only trade 30 minutes later or an hour later. Any questions, guys?
Just one on my side. You said you do the market maker, and which is the other method that you follow?
ICT, Inner Circle Trader, by Michael.
in a circle.
Do you have a PDF for that?
I have the full mentorship course. I have PDFs. I have everything that you need.
Yeah, because that one ICT, I was busy checking it on the YouTube there.
No, all the
I
stuff
remember
that all the stuff that you guys get on the internet on YouTube, it's useless. Trust me.
Because what I know about the ITC
Yeah.
is that I think the beat the market maker came from the ITC, something like that.
Yeah, well, the guy who teaches the ICT method, he's the one that taught Steve Maron how to trade.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So all the indicators that you guys see on the screen, it's from that guy, just that the guy did not register the market makers method before Steve had to populate it on the internet. So obviously, if we find something on the internet and it has your name on it, we believe that it's yours, it belongs to you. Yeah. So indices, I've already analyzed one. I've only analyzed the US 30, Dow Jones. It's DJI 30. So obviously this coming Friday, it's going to push down. Hectic. It's going to be very bad. And everyone's going to be shocked. Everyone's going to be surprised. Everyone's going to be shocked. So if I can just analyze the one, then I know what's going to happen with the remaining three. I'm going to move over to NASDAQ now, for argument's sake. NASDAQ as well. Already the indicators are already indicating that you can start selling it. But just to be on the safe side, I think it's best for you to buy than to sell the US indices. So by Friday, around 4 or 5 p.m. South African time, GMT +2, you can start looking for buying opportunities. If it happens, the price pushes into our anticipated direction and area.
On Friday?
Yes, on Friday. The analysis I'm doing now is for Friday. It's for NFP. Like I'm giving you guys at least a heads up on how's the market going to behave. Because normally what they do is these guys, they only use the news just to inject volatility into the market.
Tell me something, Tsepo.
Yes, talk to me.
If we buy on Friday,
yes,
are those trades just for that session, just for the day, or we don't hold over the weekend, do we?
We can hold because these trades are for the month. Because if you can identify the direction, then you can hold until as you are satisfied with your targets or with your profits.
So more long trades. Because my understanding is that with buys, or when we come from the lows and we're going into the highs,
yes,
you'll have to fix my understanding.
Yeah.
When we're coming from the lows and we're hitting the high and we're going up,
yes,
those are short trades.
Well, it depends, because normally at times what we do is we are day traders. We are mostly trading intradays. We are scalping. We just jump in when we see an opportunity, then we just quickly go out of the trade and secure the bag. That's what's important.
Yes.
What's important is for you to trade and make something out of it. It's useless for you to trade, make money, and still give it back. We check. So it doesn't really matter. On Friday, if push comes to shove, I might still scalp because I already know the direction for Friday as to what's going to happen.
So it'll be an intraday trade, you're saying?
Yeah, well, on Friday, probably if they push the price down, if it happens that the price doesn't reach our anticipated area of interest, we're just going to have to wait for Monday. Probably they might consolidate during what's this Asian session, stop hunt low, give us an entry. Probably it's going to be the low of the week or the low of the day. Then we just jump in for a buy.
Okay.
Like I'm showing you on the screen. What I'm waiting for is
if we don't
pushing down. If I can zoom in here, let me try to zoom in. Just give me a sec. Already here we have like the 5 and a 13 crossing, signaling a sell. And so I've got an arrow here. And like I said, we don't use the indicators to trade, but we only use them as a confirmation as to what we are seeing on a chart makes sense and we can relate. So obviously, now I'm already seeing a sell without even me having to analyze the market. Just by opening the chart, then I can just spot that direction. So obviously with the indicator confirming that the price is going to shoot down, tomorrow is Thursday. We only got 1 day to go. Tomorrow, then on Friday, I think NFP is going to be around, if not 1400, it's going to be around 1500 latest. So us,
Okay.
what we are waiting to do is we only want to trade around 1600 and 1700 GMT plus 2 South African time. Slash, are you with us?
Yeah, my man.
Yeah. Does it make sense, or do you need clarity?
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
All right, sweet. So obviously, for now, since we missed like a proper entry on NASDAQ and all the indices, if you analyze US 30 or US 100, the rest will do the same. Whether it's Russell 2000, Dow Jones, S&P 500, Germany 30, all the indices that we trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, like I said, looking at the TDI, like I said, it's extremely overbought. You've got this signal line crossing the RSI line. The price is below the market baseline, the yellow line. Obviously, that means one thing. We're pushing to the downside. You're going to be looking for entries around this area, but you're not simply just going to jump in because the market is overbought, oversold. We're just waiting to see the price at least reaching for these levels. With our OTE, optimal trade entry, but preferably sweet spot is the best because your stop loss is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see how many points is my, yeah, about, yeah, because of this indices, so says 316 pips, that's a lot. But when you're trading currencies, it's about 3 pips stop loss. So moving over to S&P 500, it's the same thing. They're still pushing up. They might just push up tomorrow then, or probably consolidate during NFP, push down 2 candles, too heavy. They're gonna like these guys, what they're gonna do is, obviously it's easy for you to spot them. When they're in the market, it's easy for you. You're gonna see two or three big engulfing candles, bearish engulfing candles pushing to the downside. Then thereafter, you're gonna be looking for at least an entry, if not around this equal lows. Let me just highlight it. Equal lows. Probably let me just use my fibs just to confirm as to where they're going to push the price to next. Yeah, not far from the equal lows. Obviously, they can't take out those lows because once they take it out, they want to have to release the trap traders. This is the level we're going to be coming for. 1, 2. Does it make sense? Am I clear, guys, or am I going too fast?
No, clear.
We got it there.
So from tomorrow and Friday, we're only looking to short the indices. But all I'm saying is it's much more safer for you to buy than to sell them. If they won't come for this level, definitely they're going to come for the retracement area level. That's why it's written retracement. They're going to be coming for this level, trust me. That I can guarantee you. Because if they want to have to push down over this area, then they're going to release all the trade traders because everyone's trading like your trend is your friend until it bends. With me, that doesn't work. I do the opposite because these guys have been trained on how to make you lose money in the financial markets. This is a business. If someone loses, someone has to earn something. Gemini 30. Look, I haven't even analyzed it. Already showing me a sell. I already know the direction for Friday. We push into the downside without a doubt. If not, the sweet spot in the OTE area, we're coming for the retracement area. But obviously, wicks don't lie. If you see too many rejections, like here, if you see candles like this with long wicks, small bodies, that means one thing. I can show you a point on how this Fibonacci is so accurate. Let me just show you here quickly. Click on it. I don't know why it's not. If I can pull this Fibonacci from here to here, just to show you on how I get my daily trades. Maybe if I can just put from the low to this high. I already knew where to buy these indices, and I made money out of this trade. This is the low. I push to the upside. They are coming for what? Sweet spot. I took my entries somewhere around here. That's a risk-free trade. From here and here, these two areas. If a price comes here, first position, second position. By the time the price moves, it's an impulse move. It's a quick move away from the price, from my entry. So I can just place a trade. Once I'm in profit, then I just forget about the trade. It's a set and forget system. So like I'm saying, they want to be definitely coming either for the retracement area. If not the retracement area, they're coming for this area, I'm telling you, without a doubt. You can even jot it down. I can even save this chart as a before and after just to show you what I'm talking about. I think that's
set and forget. You set your stop loss, you set your take profit, and you move away.
Then you just move away. Because this is a 100% short trade, without a doubt.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Because they've already pushed up, so I don't think there's a need for them to continue pushing up because someone has to lose money for us to make money. So everyone is thinking this thing is a buy because what normally people do is they use trend lines and they think, yeah, this thing still has to continue pushing up. 2 touches, 3 touches.
We're gonna take it from this low here. Yeah.
So what these guys are thinking is like probably price bounced here, then after never came. So we got 2 touches. They want to think is when the price pushes down to this area, they're going to keep on buying. Just before you know it, they're coming for the stops. And this is how I trade personally on a daily basis. Because when I take a trade, I even share with my friends, I share with my colleagues, I share with my students. When someone takes a trade on the wrong side, I don't complain, I don't talk much, I just sit aside and just watch, because obviously, even to tell someone on what to do or when to buy, it's like, you think you know better. No one knows the market. Only the market knows what it's doing. Obviously, with ICT, we are using IPTA. IPTA means Institutional Price Delivery Algorithm. We know how the price will run, when it will run, and on which day, at what time. So even the TDI even tells you, the TDI is already pointing down. That obviously you want to be pushing to the downside. Any questions before we dismiss our meeting?
Nothing.
Mudise, you good?
Yeah, so far so good. What did you say IPTA stands for?
Institutional Price Delivery Algorithm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we know exact what time will the price move.